Hi Pisces, Trishna here. Welcome to your July 2019 reading. What I'm feeling for you is leading up into July, I feel like you're in this state of feeling frazzled, feeling unsure of yourself, feeling a little rattled, and yeah, just not really in a very comfortable place. Like it feels kind of uncertain. And this may have been caused by nothing, but I think for a lot of you, this was caused by maybe somebody doing something or saying something that surprised you, and that's what got you rattled. And I feel like July is going to be a month about recovering from that, reflecting from that, or around that, and just a time of really trying to recover, like I was saying. And I I'm feeling like a couple of things, so I'm gonna put them out there. One of them is like if you've been disappointed this month, you're gonna have to come to terms with that disappointment. You're going to have to just understand that this is what happened, and sometimes you get disappointed and you have to find ways to cope with that so that you can either change things in the future or move on in some way. For others of you, I feel like there is a component of having a hard pill to swallow. So, however that applies to you. And yeah, I feel like this month there are some lessons that you're going to have to take away from it. One of them is around just because you say something and somebody goes along with it doesn't mean that they actually believe what you're saying or that they're actually going to go along with it. And I also feel like there's a lesson that's needed here around humility and being humble. So, let me try to give you an example so that these aren't just, words. Let me try to give an example, and this may apply to you in other scenarios. I'm going to give a romantic example, but this could apply to you in terms of your career, your business, maybe your health, family, other relationships. But I'm just going to give this to you in terms of romantic example because I feel like that's the easiest one that can kind of illustrate what I'm trying to say here. So, when it comes to that just because you say something you think the other person's going to believe you or that they're going to go along with it. That's along the lines of like, let's say you are in a relationship with somebody and you tell them that you love them, or you tell them that like you are an amazing partner. You always like, you're just a stellar partner and you're so amazing for all these reasons. But all you ever do is say that you're so amazing for all these reasons or say that you love your partner, but you never actually do any of the things that you say you're so good at. Eventually the person's going to be like, so do you just talk about how great you are at being a partner, or can you actually be a good partner? Because all I've heard are words, I haven't actually seen you be a good partner to me. So, you're just blowing smoke or what? Like, and and so, or maybe you tell somebody that you love them all the time, but you never really do anything to show them that. And, they say, okay, yeah, I love you too. And you think, oh, they believe me, or, oh, they want to stay with me. But in reality, it's like you two have been talking about this over and over. And, maybe they've expressed, like, okay, you actually have to show me. And you haven't. And you think that just saying it is still working. And then you get surprised or rattled or disappointed or have a hard pill to swallow when they up and leave one day because you just never follow through with your words. You said that you love them, but you didn't show them. You said you're an amazing partner, but you never did anything to actually prove that you're an amazing partner. All you had were words. So that's kind of an example of how, you can't just say things. You have to live up to what you say because people are only going to believe what you say for so long. You have to actually put action behind your words. And, if you're going to say you're really good at something, you better be ready to actually show that you're good at it. Don't just blow smoke. And then the other component of it was the humility and the humbleness. Like, again, don't just like explain how great of a partner you are, actually show it. And then if you don't want to show it, or if you're not willing to show it, you're going to have to be humble when that person up and walks away. You're going to have that the hard pill to swallow. That's going to be the consequences. Either live up to your word or deal with the consequences and the disappointment that comes from those consequences. So that's what I'm getting for you. Seems kind of like a harsh message, but it's one coming through. So I guess for those of you that resonate with this, that's what you really need to hear at this point in time. I know last month we talked about ideas and how you're really, really great at coming up with ideas, but then the execution part of it doesn't really come through, and then your idea just stays an idea and doesn't actually hold any weight or really mean anything. It's just an idea, and anybody can really come up with an idea. And so I wonder if, for some of you, this reading this month for July ties into that, where it's like, hey, okay, you guys have these great ideas, but you can only talk about your idea for so long before people start to wonder, are you just an idea person, or can you actually do something? Like, do you actually have the action behind it? Do you have the weight behind it? And how much can I rely on your ideas and your promises? So this could also be in a business context. That would be an example of the business context. You say you can do all these things, but then you don't actually do them. So yeah, maybe this also applies to that. However this applies to you, I hope that it was useful. I hope it wasn't too harsh. If it was too harsh, I hope it at least was something that you needed to hear and you resonate with in some way. I hope it was helpful. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.